friends, in last video we will solve the problem based on surface integral of the cube. Now we will solve the problem based on surface integral of the cylinder. Now the problem here is evaluate surface integral f bar dot n cap ds over the surface of the cylinder x square plus y square equal to 9 included in the first octane between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 4 and where f bar equal to zi bar plus xj bar minus yz into k bar. Now you can see here the surface of the cylinder is formed by three main surfaces. Those are x square plus y square equal to 9 and the surfaces are z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 4. So these three main surfaces forms the overall surface of the cylinder. And you can see here these surfaces are in first octane. That means in first octane these three surfaces, that means that x, y and z are three variables are positive. That means in the first octanes the variables x, y and z are positive. So let's start the solution. So given f bar equal to zi bar plus xj bar minus yz into k bar and the one of the surface is x square plus y square equal to 9. So we have take it as phi equal to x square plus y square minus 9. So you can see here it is the surface of the cylinder in xyz plane and it is the surface that is equal to 0 and it is the surface that is equal to 4 and the surface around these surfaces are is x square plus y square equal to 9. So it is the x square plus y square equal to 9 and it is the z is equal to 0 surface and it is the z is equal to 4 surface. So all these surfaces forms the surface of the cylinder. And now we will follow the same steps as we have discussed in the concept of surface integral, but the one step is except one step. The step is in the concept of surface integral we have discussed that we have taken projection of surfaces on xy plane, but in this problem we have to take the projection of surfaces on xz plane. Why? Because is here you can see here the limits are given from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 4. So you can take projection of surfaces on xz plane. So let's start the problem. So the first step is what? Finding normal vector. So let's find the normal vector. So the normal vector n bar equal to del phi equal to I bar into dou phi by dou x plus j bar into dou phi by dou y plus k bar into dou phi by dou z. And now let's substitute the phi in these equations. So again you can get phi here and here also phi and here also phi. Now let's derivative these phi with respect to x by taking y as constant. So here you can see x square. So derivative of x square is 2x and the remaining terms becomes 0 after derivative because here we are derivating with respect to x. And now here you have to derivative with respect to y by taking x as constant. So you can see here we have y square. So derivative of y square is 2y and the remaining terms becomes 0 because here we are derivating with respect to y, so they are treated as constant. So the derivative of constant becomes 0. So 2y plus 0 is 2y only. And you can see here we are derivating phi with respect to z, but here you can see these phi doesn't contain any z terms. So all these terms can be treated as constant. So derivative of constant becomes 0. So finally we got n bar equal to 2x into I bar plus 2y into j bar. And the step 2 is finding unit normal vector n cap. So as we have already found that n bar, and now we have to take the n cap. So n cap is equal to del phi by mod del phi, that equal to n bar by mod n bar. So n cap is equals to n bar is what? 2x into I bar plus 2y into j bar by square root of 2x whole square plus 2y whole square, because mod n bar is square root of I bar coefficient is 2x, that by 2x whole square, and the j bar coefficient is 2y, so that's why we have taken 2y whole square. Let's take the 2 common. So you can take 2 common for numerator, and then here you can see 2x whole square is 4x square and 2y whole square is 4y square. That means you have taken the 4 outside this, therefore square root of 4 becomes 2. So 2 from numerator and 2 from denominator both are cancelled out. So we got is xi bar plus yj bar by square root of 9. Why because 9 here? Because as we have already known that x square plus y square equal to 9. So you can see here we have x square plus y square equal to 9. So that's why we have to replace the x square plus y square as 9. So then we got is square root of 9 is what? 3. So square root of 9 is 3. So we get n cap is 1 by 3 into xi bar plus yj bar. So finally we found that n bar in step 1, and in step 2 we found that n cap unit normal vector 1 by 3 into xi bar plus yj bar. Now we will follow the third step. What is the third step? Third step is we have to find out the f bar dot n cap. So we will follow the step 3. Now you can see here we have taken the projection of surfaces on xz plane. So let R be the projection of surfaces on xz plane, because here the question itself gives the z limits. That's why we have taken the xz plane instead of xy plane. Now let's find out the step 3. So step 3 is what? F bar dot n cap. So f bar is zi bar plus xj bar minus yz into k bar dot n cap is 1 by 3 into xi bar plus yj bar. So let's multiply only the coefficients of I bar and j bar, because in dot product I bar dot I bar is 1 and j bar is 1. So that's why we have to multiply the only coefficients of I bar and j bar. So here the coefficient of I bar is z, and here the coefficient of I bar is x by 3. So z into x by 3, so zx by 3. And here the coefficient of j bar is x, and here the coefficient of j bar is y by 3. So x into y by 3 is xy by 3. Now let's take the common of 1 by 3 here. So after taking 1 by 3, we got is f bar dot n cap is 1 by 3 into xz plus xy. Now you can see here we have y term. So let's replace this y term in terms of x. So y equal to square root of n root 9 minus x square by, because since we have known that x square plus y square equal to 9, and then y square equal to 9 minus x square. If you take the x square to this side, so y equal to square root of 9 minus x square. So let's replace y as root of 9 minus x square, because since we are integrating f bar dot n cap with respect to dx and dz. Why? Because dx dz, since here we are taking the projection of surfaces on xz plane. So that's why we have taken that surface integral as dx and dz. So we have to integrate them with respect to x limits and z limits. So here that's why we replacing y as square root of 9 minus x square. Now let's take step 4. So step 4 is what? ds is equal to dx into dz by j bar dot n cap mod of j bar dot n cap. So dx into dz by mod of j bar dot n cap is 1 by 3 into xi bar plus yj bar. So here also let's multiply only the coefficient of j bar, and here we have the coefficient of j bar is 1, and here the coefficient of j bar is y by 3. So 1 into y by 3 is y by 3 only. So let's take 3 from here to numerator. So we got 3 by y into dx into dz. So here also we have y. So let's replace y in terms of x. So y is square root of 9 minus x square into dx into dz. Now step 5. Step 5 is what? It is the final step, and in this step we have to find out the surface integral of the cylinder. So surface integral of f bar dot n cap ds, since we are taking the projection of surfaces on xz plane, let that projection is r. So we in this we have to integrate with respect to the projection of surfaces. So f bar is 1 by 3 into xz plus f bar dot n cap is, so you can see here f bar dot n cap is what? 1 by 3 xz plus square root plus x into square root of 9 minus x square. So let's substitute here, and ds is 3 by square root of 9 minus x square into dx into dz. Now here you can see here 3 is there, here is 3 is here. So both are cancelled out. So finally we got xz into square root 1 by square root of 9 minus x square. So that's why we got here is x z by square root of 9 minus x square plus x into square root of 9 minus x square into 1 by square root of 9 minus x square. So finally we got x into square root of 9 minus x square by square root of 9 minus x square. So you can see here square root of 9 minus x square and here square root of 9 minus x square, both are cancelled out, so we get only x here. Now we have to integrate xz by square root of 9 minus x square plus x with respect to dx and with respect to dz. Let's integrate them. Here z limits are from z equal to 0 to 4. Why? Because since the question itself gives z is from 0 to 4 and the x is from 0 to 3. How to get the x limits is, let's substitute the y equal to 0 in this surface, that is x square plus y square equal to 9. So after substituting y as 0, you can get is x square equal to 9 and then x is equal to square root of 9, which is 3. So you can get the limits as x is equal to from 0 to 3. So the z limits are 0 to 4 since the question itself is from z is 0 to 4 and the x limits are found out by substituting y equal to 0 in the surface x square plus y square equal to 9. Then you can get the x limits as 0 to 3. First we have to integrate with respect to z. So you can see here we have xz by square root of 9 minus x square. First of all we have to integrate them with respect to z. That's why here xy by square root of 9 minus x square becomes constant because here we are derivating with respect to z first. So those are written outside and the integral of z is z square by 2 from 0 to 4 plus x into, so here also x remains constant, so x is written outside and the integral of 1 dz is z. So from 0 to 4. Why? Because we are derivating first z, because here we have taken xz plane. So that's why first we have to take the integral with respect to dz and then we have to take the integral with respect to dx. Now you can see here we have x by square root of 9 minus x square, so it is remains constant and that's why we have to return in the outside because here we are integrating with respect to dz. So the integral of z is z square by 2 and plus x into integral dz is z. So from 0 to 4 into dx. Now let's substitute the limits in z square by 2 and z. So after substituting, so we have taken the 1 by 2 outside and for z square equal to 4 square because first we have to substitute upper limit. So 4 square minus 0 square, which is 0, x into, in the place of z we have to substitute 5 first and minus 0 into dx. Now you can see here 4 square is 16, 16 minus 0 is 16, so 16 by 2 which is 8. So 8x into square root of 9 minus x square into x plus here we have 4x, so 4 is written outside, so it is considered as constant. So integral of x dx. Now let's take these integral as I1 and these integral as I2 because it can be easier if you take integrals separately. So that's why we have taken these integral as I1 and these integral as I2. Now let's find I1 first. So I1 equal to integral x is equal to 0 to 3. 8x by square root of 9 minus x square dx is equal to, since here we have see 8x by square root of 9 minus x square, let's substitute x equal to 3 sin theta because it can be easier if you take in this way. So x equal to 3 sin theta and dx is what? 3 into sin derivative of sin theta is cos theta d theta, and now we have to find out the limits. So at x is equal to 0, theta becomes 0 because substitute x is equal to 0 in this, 0 equal to 3 sin theta, so sin theta equal to 0 by 3 which is 0, so sin theta equal to 0. So theta equal to sine inverse of 0 is 0 only. So theta equal to 0. And now substitute at x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 3. So substitute here 3. So 3 equal to 3 sine theta equal to then 3 by 3 which is 1. So sine theta equal to 1. So theta equal to sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2. So sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2. So we get theta equal to pi by 2 here. So limits are from integral theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, and then 8 into, in the place of x we have to substitute 3 sine theta by square root of 9 minus x square. So in the place of x square we have to substitute 3 sine theta whole square, which is 3 square is 9, 9 sine square theta into dx. Dx is what? 3 cos theta d theta. So after substituting, let's take 9 common from these. So we get is 9 into 1 minus sine square theta, and after taking 9 from square root, we got is, so 3 here. So 3, you can see here is 3 and here also 3. So both are cancelled out. So finally we get is 8 3 is 24, and here sine theta into cos theta. So sine theta cos theta by, here you can see square root of 1 minus sine square theta. So 1 minus sine square theta is what? Cos square theta. Since we have known that sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, then cos square theta equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So let's substitute in the place of 1 minus sine square theta as cos square theta. Since here we have square root of 1, square root is there, so square root of cos square theta is cos theta only. So here you can see here is cos theta and here is cos theta, so both are cancelled out. So finally we get only is integral theta equal to 0 to pi by 2 24 sine theta d theta. Since this 24 is constant, so it is written outside. So integral 0 to pi by 2 sine theta d theta. So integral of sine theta is cos theta from 0 to pi by 2. So let's substitute. So integral of sine theta is minus cos theta. So here is minus cos theta from 0 to pi by 2. Let's substitute the limits. So minus cos pi by 2 minus of minus cos 0. So we can see here cos pi by 2 is 0. So that's why here we have minus 0. Here you can see minus, here also minus. So minus into minus we get is plus, and cos 0 is 1. So we got is 24 into 1, which is 24. So we got I1 as 24. Now let's find I2. Since I2 is 4 into integral of x is equal to 0 to 3 x into dx. So we can integrate directly instead of considering x is equal to 3 sine theta, because it is easier. Here only x is there, so we can integrate directly. So 4 into integral of x is x square by 2 from 0 to 3. Now you can see here is 4 and here is 2. So 4 is cancelled by 2 times. So 2 is 4, that's why we got 2 here, and then let's substitute the limits. X square is 3 square and minus 0 square, which is 0. So we got is 3 square is 9. So 2 9 18. So finally we got I2 is equal to 18. So we got surface integral of the cylinder is I1 plus I2. So we got 24 plus 18. So we will get 24 plus 18 is 42. Finally we got surface integral of the cylinder f bar dot n cap ds is 42. So it can be very easier if we consider the projection of surfaces on xz plane. So follow the same steps. So step 1 is normal vector, and the second step is finding unit normal vector, and the step 3 is f bar dot n cap, and the fourth step is ds. For consideration of ds, since we are taking projection of surfaces on xz plane, so we have to take ds as dx into dz by mod j bar dot n cap, and then finally take the surface integral f bar dot n cap ds, substitute f bar dot n cap, and then substitute ds, and then integrate them with respect to x limits and z limits. So finally we got surface integral f bar dot n cap ds is equals to 42. Here are the practice problems, and test yourself by practicing these problems, and these problems are also same as the problem what we have done just now. So let's see for the first problem is in the surface integral. Evaluate surface integral f bar dot n cap ds where f bar equal to z I bar plus xj bar minus 3y square into z k bar. So the f bar is here and the surface of the cylinder is formed by x square plus y square equal to 1 and z is equal to 0 and z equal to 2. So we have to take the projection of surfaces on xz plane from z is equal to 0 to 2 and x by x is from 0 to 1. Since you can substitute y equal to 0 here, then you can get x is equal to x square equal to 1 and then you can get x is equal to 1. So that you can take the x limits from 0 to 1 and z also 0 to 2. So and the next problem is the f bar is here and you can see the surface is x square plus y square equal to 16 and the remaining surfaces are z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 5. So follow the same 5 steps and the projection of surfaces on a xz plane and the x limits are from x is equal to 0 to 4 because if you substitute y equal to 0 here then you can get x square equal to 16. So that is equal to x equal to square root of 16 which is 4. So we can take x limits as from x is equal to 0 to 4 and the z limits are z is equal to 0 to 5 and then find the surface integral f bar dot n cap ds by taking the limits x and z. So you can get the answers as here answer is 3 and here is 90. So practice this problem and test yourself.